Hello student, this is Prakash and today you will study here 8th lesson of your book, that is Hornbill, and the name of the lesson is Silk Road. This travelogue has been written by Nick Middleton, who has described here his journey to the Mount Kailash. Students, it is not the whole travelogue, it is a part of it, and it is the lesson which is given to you here only describes the part from Tibet to Mount Kailash, how he reached there, and was he able to reach there or not. You will find after reading the lesson. First of all, I would like to tell you some facts about Mount Kailash, that it is regarded that it is the reside of Lord Shiva, and Buddhists also think the place there holy place. Most of the Buddhists go there to complete Kora, that is a type of meditation which they perform. And the interesting thing is that the height of Mount Kailash is lesser than that Mount Everest. It is too low than Mount Everest, but no one can reach there. Till the date, it was not possible for anyone to reach at the top of Mount Kailash. Some kind of spiritual powers draws them downward, and the circumstances arises such that the mountaineer who wants to go there, he has to return back to the foothills of that mountain. So it is a kind of mystery that how it is possible that it is lesser than the Mount Everest, and no one still till the date is possible to reach there. So the writer starts his journey from Tibet, and he says that Lamo gave him a sheepskin coat as a farewell gift, and from there he hired a car, and the driver name is Shitan, and he hired a companion also, Daniel, who can conversate for him. So from there they started his journey. Shitan knew a shortcut to southwest, and he drove direct to the Mount Kailash through various passes and various arid lands, where first of all they saw wild ass. A group of Drokpa, means shepherd, had a group of donkeys, and they saw these wild ashes. After that they reached at such hills where their nomads lived. They always lived making various tents in groups, and they had Tibetan Mastiff. That means a kind of dog which is a very heavy personality, and the writer explains here like tall body and white jaws they had, and they guarded the tents. Whenever someone passed through these tents, they chased the person, and that's how they chased the author's car also, till they escaped from their area. After that they entered the valley, and from there they could clearly see the snow-capped mountains, and then only the hurdles after hurdle started coming in their way. Why it is so? Because the path was becoming narrower and narrower as they gradually climbed the mountains, and it became very steep and sharp curves were there. Somewhere there were snows, which Shitan cleverly uh, overcame these obstacles. He was driving at the second and third gear because the car was climbing and they could not move fast. At that time, the author watched at his wristwatch and found that he was above 5210 meters above the sea level, and his nose was choking, and that's how he snorted and cleared his nose. After some time, he reached at the height of 5512 meters above the sea level when he watched his wristwatch. And that's how, as you gradually rise toward the altitude, then what happens? The atmospheric pressure decreases, and the author could easily understand that his head was throbbing, and he could feel the pressure on his ears. After that, almost at 2 o'clock, they reached at such a place which was very miserable in condition, but it had some puncture shop, and some food could be eaten there. So at the time when Shitan was making his tire punctured fixed, he had some food at the place. Then he found that it was the east-west highway, and earlier it was the highway from Lhasa to Kashmir, and from there Daniel, who accompanied till that place, till Hor, he got lift in a truck and he went to Lhasa back. At night, Shitan and the author reached at a place, Darshan. They spent their night in a guest house where the author felt nervous and he was suffering from cold because of the altitude. When it was morning, Shitan took him to a Tibetan medical college, Darshan, that was the Darshan Medical College, and there the doctor gave him a 5-day course of medicine. So soon he got well, as it was very good medicine, and the only in 1-day medicine he got complete rest. The author thought to spend some more time at that place only, and he could see there some general stores, and an only cafe was there. So in general stores, people could find Chinese cigarettes, Chinese soaps, and other Chinese items. So he went there to the cafe to eat something, and he met there a person, Norbu, who was a Tibetan, and he worked in Beijing. He worked in a department of ethnic literature of Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. He knew English very well, and that's how they got conversation there. And the author came to know that Norbu had come there to complete Korra like him. So in that's how in that way he found a companion in Nobu, that he would also go to complete Korra, and they planned to go for further uh, tour on yak. They would carry their luggage on yak, and they would leave Shitan. But what happened? Norbu was a fat man, and he was fat enough to climb the mountain. For mountaineering, he was not actually fit, and he hilariously laughed and collapsed on the table and said, "It is not possible to go there." And that's how they returned from that place. So, students, I told you earlier that no one till the date could conquer the Mount Kailash. That means he could climb the Mount Kailash, and this is a kind of mystery. Still, it is a mystery which has not yet found, and perhaps it will never be found, because it is a kind of mystery. Some mysteries can never be found. So hopefully you will have understood about this travelogue. So read the whole story and enjoy the lesson.